So this next microburst video talks about how to fill out the visitation tab in the Family Services Plan. So again, I'm going to back out to show you how I got here. So starting from my workload, I'm going to bring the Breyer's case into view by clicking on their name and then hitting show, going into FSP Family Services Plan, and then bringing the visitation plan into focus. So this comes up blank because there's never been a visitation plan created. So in order to create a new one, I'm going to click on New over here. And the visitation plan is super easy to fill out. It's the Part 3B. And again, you would only fill out the visitation plan if you had kids placed in out-of-home placement. If you have kids at home, you're never going to fill out the visitation plan. So again, it's circumstance specific. So Trails will always put the date developed and your name here. And you have the option to have a start date, and then if you wanted to put an end date, if, for example, in the future you end date this particular visitation plan, for example, let's say your initial visitation plan are visits that are supervised, and then 3 months down the road you want to close out this particular visitation plan and move them from supervised visits to unsupervised visits, you do have the option to do that here. So the first step you want to do is identify which children are going to participate in the visitation plan. So I'm going to click on Select, and that brings our 3 children in this case, Samuel, Janessa, and Trinity, into focus. I'm just going to highlight each of them, click Add, and then OK, and then it pops them into here. And then you want to indicate who are they visiting with. So let's say we're doing a parenting time plan related to their parents, Jason and Christina. So I'm going to highlight them and click Add, and then hit OK. So you have the option of doing one plan for all 3 children. You could create a plan for just Samuel with his parents, just Janessa with her parents, just Trinity with her parents. There's a lot of flexibility for this tab of Trails. Under Purpose of Visitation, you're going to actually get more practice doing this in the fundamentals. So this is just where you're documenting the visitation plan that's been created. And you would want to create the plan with the family as well as the provider, the foster kin provider, instead of just dictating how visits are going to happen, because we want buy-in from both the biological parents as well as the kin or foster family. So we list the purpose of the visitation here. So that could be to maintain a connection between the children and parents. Something like that goes here. Special considerations could be things like parents need to complete a UA on the day of the visit, and that would be if substance abuse was an issue. Location, that could be, for example, at the department, DHS, it could be in the community, it could be at a visitation center. You get the idea, essentially where the visits are going to happen. Method would be either supervised or unsupervised, and you would want to specify here. Frequency are the number of times per week that parenting time is going to happen, and then how long, let's say 2 hours per visit. It's helpful for you to put your number here, your phone number goes here, so that if people have questions about the visitation plan, they can contact you. Then these last 2 boxes may be modified with the agreement of the following parties. Generally, to make it easy, if you put caseworker and the guardian ad litem, who is the attorney who represents the best interest of the kids, you'll learn about them in legal preparation for caseworkers. Generally, if they make kind of the final modifications and have the final agreement, that kind of keeps it a little bit cleaner in terms of they're the caseworker and the guardian ad litem make the final decision. And then who's going to make the changes, or who's going to notify everyone of the changes. You could say something like by the caseworker within 24 hours of changes made, something to that effect. So that's it. Really easy to fill out. You would just click Add to save your work, and then if you, for example, if you didn't have all 3 children in one plan, let's say this original plan, let's say we decided, actually I don't want Janessa and Trinity in this plan, so I'm going to remove them. This is just going to be Samuel's plan. and you want to create a separate plan for the two sisters, you just click we'll change first to save my work, and then hit clear, and it'll bring up a new field for you to complete. And then if you actually hit cancel and go back into the visitation, it shows that we have a plan in here for Samuel with his parents, and then if you had multiple plans, they would show up here. So that's it. Pretty easy on how to complete the visitation plan here in the Family Services Plan.